my name's Tori and I'm a Winnie the Pooh collector from the UK, and today we're going to be continuing on with this little series I'm doing where I show you the sub collections of individual characters in my collection, and we are particularly focusing on the rarer characters. So far we have done Rabbit, Kanga and Roo and Lumpy, but then that turned into the entire Heffalumps and Woozles, and today I thought we could do Owl. I think besides from Gopher, because I don't think Gopher will be getting a series in this because I literally have like 2 Gopher plushies and then he features on a couple of backpacks and that's it. So other than Gopher, this is my smallest subcategory of characters in my collection, and that is Owl. I have said in previous parts of this that I wouldn't show you things again because a lot of the rare characters do seem to all just feature on one item, and so I've said if I featured that in the previous video I wouldn't re-show it again. However, I am going to be re-showing some items again in this, particularly the Loungeflies. All of these Loungeflies you have already seen before, but they're the only bags that Owl features on, so I had to show you them. Same with a couple of the pins, I just had to show you them again because he is so rare to find in merch. I'm just showing you what I've got. Anyway, without further ado, let's get on with the video. I think first we will start off with plushies. So this is, I think, my first Owl plush that I got. I do remember getting him in pretty sure it was 2020. It was either 2020 or 2019. I know I got him from the Cambridge Disney store, and it was like one of my last trips to the Disney stores before they started closing down. As you know, I have mentioned to you this before, Disney did a whole collection of Winnie the Pooh characters in this sort of style. I have also got Rabbit and Lumpy in these. You'd have seen those plushies in those collections, and Lumpy and Rabbit did come back in a Vault collection that Disney did a couple of years ago. They didn't bring Owl back, so this plush hasn't been out since it was released in the Disney stores 5-6 years ago now. Crazy. But I absolutely love him. I think it would be great if they brought him back in like this plushie. I think if they brought him back he'd do really well. I mean, look at him, how beautiful is he? As you can see, I've still got the tag on him. It's not a special tag or anything, I don't know why I've still got it on him. He was $18.99. This was in, as I said, 2019 or 2020. I feel like now, like 5-6 years later, I feel like he'd be a like £25 plush. I just love him so much. You've got his little furry chest, his little beard bit, I don't know, got his little fluffy eyebrows. He is just gorgeous. I love him. He's also the biggest out of all my Owl plushies. Moving on to my fluffiest Owl plushie. I can't remember if I got him from a charity shop or a car boot sale. I'm leaning towards charity shop, but either way he was definitely a pre-loved plush. Just look how fluffy he is. I absolutely love him. He didn't come with any tags or anything, so I don't know where he originally came from. He is official Disney because he has got all of his copyright tags on. He just hasn't got obviously his original like sales tag, so I don't know if his Disney store or whatever, but look how fluffy he is. It's so cute. And on to my final Owl plushie. This one I definitely did get from a car boot sale, I'm pretty sure. But look at him. His wings are just in this position and he's still got his tag on there, so you can see he was like a Disney store one. And look, he's got his little fluffy chest, his fluffy beard, his little eyebrows. And yeah, it's a little different having him stood with his wings out compared to the other ones where he's just got them tucked by his side. But I just thought he looked really cool like that. Obviously 2 out of these 3 plushies have been pre-loved, and it's so exciting when I'm like charity shopping or car boot sailing and I find a rare character like Owl, because he's just so rare to find. Genuinely, to find him somewhere like that is just even more exciting, especially with a tag. That's always a bonus. I think next we'll move on to figures, because those are definitely things that I know you haven't seen before. Starting off with the only boxed figure we have got. This is by Funko. I did feature 2 of these in my Heffalump and Woozles video, and basically they're like Funko mystery minis. If you order them online, they're a mystery, but if you manage to find them in a shop in person, they're not a mystery, because as you can see into the packaging. And I've got 3 of these. I got them from Pooh Corner in Hartfield. They had them in the gift shop. They had 3 and I got 3. So the other 2 that I got were Heffalump and Woozle. Obviously you saw them in my other video, but this is the Owl figure. Very cute, very cool, but also kind of frustrating in a way, because as I said, This is by Funko. Funko created these. So why can they make a owl in this size, but we can't have an owl standard size Funko? Yes, I know like the figure like molds are a little bit different than like your standard Funko, but they've got the general design down. Come on, Funko, we need an owl. Obviously we've finally got a rabbit Funko. I've been asking for him for so long, so come on, Funko, give us owl. We've got a mini one, we need, you know, a standard one, please. Moving on to this little figure. I told you all about this figure collection in my rabbit video, but basically it was a little book I got from, I think I got it at Asda, and it's a big storybook, but at the back it's got a big section like this with a map of the 100 Acre Wood, so it's like a fold out play mat, and then it came with loads of figures. I think the idea is so like when you're reading the story you can like play out like the story. Great little resource for kids, but also a great little collectible for me. It came with like all of the main characters and then the rare characters. It came with Christopher Robin, Rabbit, Owl. Absolutely loved it. I mainly just got it for the figures, so yeah, just a little owl figure. And then I don't know why I put this in the figure category. It's a keyring, but I haven't got a keyring category, so it fits in with the end of the figure one. I couldn't believe it when I saw this. I popped into Cambridge, it was one day last year, and Cambridge has got a Miniso, so obviously I had to pop into Miniso, and I was at the till paying for something else, and they have like a little like, I don't know how to describe it, like you're looking at the tills and then they've got like a little like table bit behind the tills with like keyrings on, and I hadn't even looked at it because I got what I wanted, I'd gone into the till and paying, and then my mum spotted them and they had Pooh, Piglet, Tigger, Eeyore and Owl in keyring. And obviously I had to turn around, get them all, and I had to pay again. I was the most excited about the owl keyring. How often do you actually see an owl product in a shop? Like brand new. It was a very exciting moment. So they're on like these little like plastic, it's kind of like a cable tie sort of thing. You can pull it tight and pull it loose. And then they all come with the same sort of design. So they have like a little chain on them, kind of like in the characters' colours, and then they have a little charm as well. The charms mean absolutely nothing to the characters. Like you'd thought it would be something related to the character, but for the owl one, he's got a little mushroom tag. And then look how cute he is. All of the keyrings in this were this same really cute style. Look at his face. How adorable is that? I haven't used any of these keyrings on anything that are sat on my very top shelf of my bookshelves, just on top of some Funkos, because I'd be scared of like damaging it, or anyway, they're just too cute. Moving on to pins, I've got 3 pins to show you. 2 of them I'm pretty sure I have already shown you in previous collection videos. 1 you haven't seen before, so I think we'll do that one first. So I think it was beginning of 2024, Loungefly released a mystery pin collection of Winnie the Pooh Sakura, which you know was absolutely up my street. But I don't have that much luck when it comes to mystery boxes, so I ordered 2 boxes and my luck just proved, because I got 2 of Owl, but I did then give the other Owl to my friend Nina. But it was still an exciting moment because I hadn't got many Owl pins in my collection. All the other times Owl features in my pin collection, he's on another pin with other characters. So this is my only pin that has just Owl, and the fact that it's Sakura just makes it even better. So it's a Loungefly pin, and most Loungefly pins are black enamel. And then as you can see, he's pink with loads of cherry blossoms around him. I of course would like to complete the collection of these Loungefly Sakura pins, but I just don't like risking my luck. But I was very happy to get a character that I don't have much of in my collection. Moving on to this pin, I've definitely shown you recently. It's from a small shop called Only Happy Things. It is limited edition of 50, which is pretty cool. And it's like a mashup pin of Winnie the Pooh and Alice in Wonderland, which I thought was very cool because obviously my username is TORIINWONDERLAND, but I'm a Winnie the Pooh collector. I felt like it was just the perfect pin for me. So you've got Owl, Piglet, Roo, Pooh and Tigger having tea with Alice. And I love how all the characters are like to scale. So like look how tiny Roo is down there, and obviously Owl being really big compared to them all. It's such a cool pin. I absolutely love it. It just feels like perfect for like my username, TORIINWONDERLAND, 100 Acre Woods. And this one I would have shown you in my, I think I featured it in my rabbit collection because that was the first like style of these videos I did, but because it features owl I just wanted to show you again. It is the 20th anniversary pin for the Big Piglet movie, and owl is just on the end here. As you can see, he's wearing a party hat, and I don't know how well you can see that, but he's got a little bubble wand and he's blowing a bubble, which is just so cute. And now moving on to Loungefly bags. As I said, you have seen these in previous videos because they all feature rare characters. Unfortunately, Owl hasn't got his own cosplay bag yet, which I am so surprised that Loungefly haven't done. If you watched my video that I made a few weeks ago of Loungefly bags, I think they should make. I'll leave it linked up above if you haven't already. But I mentioned in there that how a few years ago Loungefly released a mystery pin set of Winnie the Pooh Loungefly bags, and all of the pins in that collection were bags that Loungefly had already done. They were bags that actually existed, but they just designed into pins. But they also did an owl pin in that collection, so owl as a cosplay bag, which I found really interesting because they've never released an owl cosplay bag, but they featured him on there. And all of the other pins were literally bags that they have already made, but they haven't made an owl bag. So maybe it's something that's in the pipeline, maybe it's something that's in the back of Loungefly's head, because they have already got an owl design. As I've said, they did it for that pin series, and all of the other pins in that were actual bags. So hopefully one day soon we can see an owl Loungefly. This one is probably my best example bag of featuring rare characters because it features rabbit, so you've already seen it. It features, where is the best place to show you? Probably on the back where it's a bit more clearer. Yeah, so it features rabbit, as I already said. It features Gopher, one of the rare features of him in my collection. Kangaroo, obviously one of the recent videos we've done. As you can see right there, we have got owl. Just how beautiful is that? I love that it features literally like all of them, and it's also just one of my go-to bags because of like the cream color and just having so many characters on there. It goes with so many outfits, it's so easy to style. This is another great bag of featuring rare characters. I just love this bag so much. I've never actually used this bag, and I probably don't plan to because it's just like a holy grail to me. I went on a whole journey to add this to my collection. This actually came from America. My best friend actually had to get it for me because it sold out here so quickly. They did do a restock, but they weren't like saying in advance when the restock was going to be, so I wasn't risking it. It was still in stock in the US at the time, so I said to my friend, can you get it for me? It was a whole thing. So this is just, it's just too special of a bag to me. I don't really know how to explain it. It's just I don't know, I just don't feel like I can use it. But anyway, on to owl. You've got this frame bit around the outside with all the characters, and here we have got owl, and he's in like his own little picture frame, so that is very cute. Shout out Gopher down there as well. And then if you've never seen, these are called cameo bags. Loungefly has done quite a few of them now for different movies. All of them are like the same sort of style, so you've got like this frame bit around like this locket design, which then has this little magnet bit here that opens up. It's hard to do it one-handed, but it opens up, and then look, you've got this beautiful like family photo of the 100 Acre Woods. I mean, look at that. Obviously we've got owl, who we're mainly talking about here today, but rabbit, Gopher, the whole crew is there. Just how beautiful is that? I've had this bag for a couple of years now, but I can just never get over how absolutely stunning it is. I just absolutely love that photo so much. And I just think this is such a cool design. I think this was one of the like earlier designs of cameo bags that they did. Before they released the Winnie the Pooh one, they released an Alice in Wonderland one. It was absolutely stunning. It had like flowers around the outside. It was blue. It had Alice in the middle. I don't know what the inside of it looked like when it opened it up, but I just loved the concept of it. I just thought it looked absolutely stunning, and I hoped at the time they'd release a Winnie the Pooh one, and Winnie the Pooh was the one that came next after Alice in Wonderland, and it just lived up to it. It's just so stunning. I love it so much. And the final bag I wanted to show you, again, that's the thing, I told you, when rare characters feature on a bag, they all feature on them. All three of these, they all feature on the same. This one is the lunchbox style Loungefly. Again, what I was saying with the previous one, when they were releasing designs before it of the style, I was just hoping that they would release a Winnie the Pooh one, and they did, and it is just absolutely everything. I'm not really a blue girl, as you know, I am a pink girl, but I absolutely love this shade of blue. It is so cute. So you've got scenes on every side of the bag. It's obviously the scene from the many adventures of Winnie the Pooh when Pooh Bear gets stuck in Rabbit's house. There's the front design. Obviously we've got our main character of the day, Owl, just there, but shout out to Gopher as well. And what I find really cool about this bag is it's literally like you're just turning the scene around. So you've got this, the front, and then the back. Just move the tag out of the way. You've got the back end of it. You've got Rabbit just, you know, trying to decorate Pooh's behind in his house. I just love that. How clever is that, that you can just... That's such a clever design by Loungefly that I absolutely love. You see what I mean? When Loungefly features a rare character, they have to feature them all. It's like all or nothing. Our main character for the day, right there. And I hate to say it, but that's the end of the video. That is all of the owl things in my collection. I do just want to give some honourable shout outs to things behind the camera. If you've watched my room tour, you'll know the wall behind you is like my picture feature wall. I've got a big painting which features Owl. I've got a cross stitch I made of my username where I spelt my name out using letters and then the letters are made up of characters. If that makes no sense, watch my room tour. I'll leave the link up above. It'll make sense to you. Owl features on 2 of those letters. And then just over on this bit, I have some decorative plates. And Owl features on 1 of those decorative plates. So if you want to see those things, best to watch my room tour video because I can't like take them off of the wall to show you for a video. But those are just some extra mentions where Owl does feature in my collection. As I said, other than Gopher, this probably is my smallest character collection within my Winnie the Pooh collection. I would absolutely love to have more owl stuff. I love owls so much. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you did enjoy it. And as per usual, when I end these videos, I would like to ask you what characters you would like to see me do next. But before you do that, I have had it requested quite a few times. Don't worry, Eeyore is in my schedule. I initially wanted this mini-series just to be rarer characters, just so I could give them a chance to shine. Eeyore is not a rare character, but I have just been asked so many times to do my Eeyore collection. And obviously, with Eeyore being one of the main characters, I always have to do that because I don't like classing them as main and like not main. But with Eeyore being one of the main characters of the 100 Acre Woods, I naturally have quite a lot of merch for him. So I've actually got my YouTube schedule here. I have penciled it in on a day. It will be in a few uploads time because, as I said, I have quite a lot of Eeyore stuff, so that video will require quite a lot of planning and getting together. Before you suggest characters, I have already got Eeyore in here. Don't worry. If you enjoyed this video, please do pop the thumbs up button. If you'd like to see more from what, do click subscribe down below. And while you're down there, don't forget to ding the notification bell. You might as well. You do down there, and I'll see you guys real soon. Bye.